Okay, guys, I don't normally do videos like this. I don't do reactions to other people's content. And this isn't something I'm doing directly towards this guy here. You'll know who it is here in a second. So it's not like a critique on him necessarily. It's more of a critique on why me and a bunch of my friends don't get into the FPS genre that much. And when we do, it's usually we peek our head in, we play a couple matches, have a good bit of fun, and then we get out because it's not necessarily for us. That's not our calling for game style. It's fun every now and again, but it's not something that we like to delve into completely. So the guy we're watching here today is Blame Truth, pretty big YouTuber. He's got 528,000 subscribers at this time. I've watched a couple of his videos. Seems to be a cool guy. But I just want to comment on some of the stuff he says in this video and give kind of a look at like a Joe Schmo, like someone who's not into these games completely, that kind of look at what they're saying, and maybe it can let people know what the other side is. You'll see what I'm talking about here. So let's get into the video.
Blame Truth here, and it is time once again, viewer, to review Call of Duty Shoot 'em Man, Military Madden, Black Ops 7 twice removed.
He does go over quite a bit of the he goes over just kind of like dissing the game here at the beginning for quite a bit. So that he rags on it for how long it boots and all this other stuff, and that's satire kind of thing. That's kind of funny. Goldblum 10-hour laughs. That's concerning.
Either way, it's finally done. Looks like we get to boot up the game. And,
Yeah.
this is the most exciting time of the year for me. Not that I am excited for Call of Duty, Shoot 'em Man, whatever I said earlier, but because I find this series just incredibly fascinating. I enjoy just covering it and seeing the fact that they still maintain a player base. They still maintain a fan base despite them treating their player base like absolute dog shit. It blows my mind, and truthfully, it should be studied in a lab one day. I'm not sure.
I'll agree with that. It should be studied because I am bewildered how these games last so long. Like, people still play the old ones and they buy the new ones at a record pace every year. Now, shocker, this year, not so much for Black Ops 7, but
My brain. Also stop my recording
we
there if you're wondering
can
why
we
there's a
skip
jump. We
this
didn't
a
actually
little
skip
bit?
any of
The problem is I don't know
time
where
wasted
he's.
here.
What I'll do is I'll cut
Let's
out
boot
part of the
this
video.
up, and let's start. Now you're seeing the shitty COD HQ here.
Yeah,
This is some stupid shit from the campaign. By the way, I heard the campaign is the worst Call of Duty campaign of all time, so I would not even bother.
That's
at
hard to
all.
believe.
A lot of people are giving it like a 3 out of 10 or below. It makes the Battlefield 6 campaign look like the Call of Duty 4 campaign. So let's just pretend this game has no campaign.
Let's just pretend they haven't had a campaign for what, 2 decades? The campaign doesn't matter, which is a big problem. That's a big point that me and my friends do not like. One, the campaigns always suck. Two, there's a lot of them that you can't play multiplayer. So like not Black Ops, Battlefield 6 is one of them. You can't play multiplayer in that FPS during the campaign. Like, let us play let us have friends come in with us and play the multiplayer or play the campaign with us. Yes, the multiplayer is there for all of us, but I want to play the campaign with my friends. What I really want is I want Army of Two, the first one and the second one. The first one, Army of Two. The second one, Army of Two, 40th Day. I want those games back. That's what I want. I want to have someone to sit beside me and play the game with me. And I want to strategize with someone in an actual environment that's meant to have strategy and have someone I can depend on to, heal me, or I can heal them, or, suppression fires. It's stuff like that. I want that back in a campaign. I don't. Yeah, it sucks that everything's just multiplayer. It really sucks.
And let's just
Go on.
play the multiplayer as I'm forced to stare at this baby Ronda Rousey hybrid with the peg leg, and I can't even fucking play it yet. Well,
Preloading.
at the very least, I don't have to update requires restart
Nice.
again, huh? All right, well, while those shaders load, I am going to go to my settings, and hopefully I can do something with those. The UI is absolutely awful, but, oh, import settings. Well, sure, why not? Although, honestly, this is on my Xbox, bad matchmaking account that I used back in the day when I was trying to bypass SBMM with two boxing and whatnot. So this is the BillyGoat57 account. I don't think I actually have anything set up in the menu and the control settings to my liking, so I'm probably just going to have to do everything manually. But hey, at least that option's...
We're gonna get back to the SBMM in a minute here, because that's another thing that, if you look at it from the other side, it's quite an interesting case study on people that play FPS games, that I don't think we see in other games, and I'll explain that a little bit farther when we get there.
Although honestly, it should just be carrying over stuff by default. Shouldn't even have to tick a box, personally, but hey, that's just me. I guess this is a good time to segue into a short sponsor segment. My long-term partner, Shiki, is doing a special release of solo leveling soaps. So if you are a fan of that and you want to check that out, the last one was Chainsaw Man, and that one sold out really quick. I think it dropped like a couple hours ago. So hop on that quickly before it sells out. You can use my code BlameTruth for 10% off your order. Get that while you can, especially if you're just going to skip Black Ops 7 this year and you got some spare money laying around. Pick up some of the best soap I personally have ever used.
Okay, so since I am doing a video on him, one of his videos, if you do want to help support him, go ahead and I mean, my God, I don't think any of my audience really is. I don't have much of an audience, but I don't think anyone that watches my videos normally would have him on their radar, just because it's not games that I play. So the algorithm for YouTube probably wouldn't show me and him on the same thing. But if you want some of that soap, anime's cool, especially solo leveling. Chainsaw Man's kind of interesting. I wonder if the second season of that's out or if it's coming out. I don't remember if that was getting a second season or not, but we'll see. Support him.
So we're back from the advert, and the shaders still have not preloaded, so let's take a look at some of the operators, I guess. So I usually just let you guys click around and use the timestamps to get to where you want to go, because I want you to get the full Call of Duty experience. I want you to see exactly what I see booting up the game. But to be completely honest with you, while I wait on these fucking shaders, I have a hard time staying awake covering this game. This is not me just saying this for the fun of it. This is not me in character. I'm not,
Is that the guy from Black Ops 3? It almost looks like the guy from Black Ops 3. There was a guy in Black Ops, because that was the game that everyone had, powers, right? Everyone had powers in Black Ops 3, I think. I think that was the one. And you had, the wall running. I remember playing that on, PS3 or something like that. I don't remember. But there was a guy that kind of looked like this. Anyways, people give a lot of shit to Call of Duty for its the looks. I think the problem with the skins. So they had a Nicki Minaj skin, I think, in Black Ops 6. Seth Rogen, I think, was a skin. They had a whole bunch of weird ones, and they go over the top. It's almost becoming Saints Row type of shit. If you ever played Saints Row, very over the top, silly stuff. As gamers, I don't think anyone cares about the skins, but people get really upset about the skins for one particular reason, and I think that's because every time you're getting shit on, every time in an FPS game you're getting shit on, you're getting your ass beat. This guy just knows where you are. He fucking hunts you down every goddamn time. Or woman, whatever. They always have the goddamn skins. So I think it's kind of become synonymous with either A, sweats, or B, cheaters. Which, sorry to say, FPS games are overrun with fucking cheaters. I fucking hate cheaters. You get out of the game. There's no way to stop it. There isn't. But that's a whole nother topic. But big reason why me and my friends don't play a ton of this, whether it be Black Ops or any of the CODs or Battlefield. Battlefield's getting bad with it right now. There's a lot of shit going on with Battlefield right now. But cheating, very prevalent, and it oh god, we just all need to like group against the cheaters. It is so bad and epidemic, and it's making its way over in other games, especially like speedrunning and shit. A couple years back, Monster Hunter had a whole cheating fiasco with people where they were, changing the code for Monster Hunter, where the monsters could only do certain moves and whatnot, and it's super bad, and people are just getting clout for it, and it's really easy to like suss out certain things for cheaters, but then really hard for other things. So it's where is luck stopping and cheating starting? That's the real issue, I think.
Being a WWE personality here when I say this game is fucking boring. There is something about Black Ops 7 in particular that after I played the match I'm going to show you, I nearly fell asleep. I'm not kidding. Every time I see any news about this game, I almost fall asleep. Maybe it's the fact that one of the operators back there flipped the bird to another operator, and yet I can't say you guys suck in the in-game chat without getting banned. Maybe it's the fact that they're still pumping out.
That's bullshit. You're flicking people off in the game. You're doing wild shit. If you know COD, it's wild shit. I don't even play a lot of it, and I know about it. Just, weird executions and flicking people off, and even the vulgar language within the game. But you can't chat someone you suck. I get it, but like that is so minor. What the hell? What the hell are we doing? There is a line you have to draw, but like that's not it.
They lied about SBMM. They said that open matchmaking would be the standard, and they did not keep their word on that, and they made the SBMM playlist the quote-unquote standard playlist. I don't know what is up with their wording and whatnot, but it's just a fucking mess.
Okay. So now we're going to hit on SBMM. There seems to be this weird thing, and I have a buddy who does this. My one buddy, I talk about him every now and again, and he never watches my videos. He's subscribed because, he supports me, but he doesn't watch YouTube. But the only games he plays is like Madden, MLB, The Show, golf, whatever that one's called, PGA Tour or whatever, COD, and and he's gonna get the new Grand Theft Auto. That's the only stuff he plays. So like, no offense if this is what you play, but normie stuff. He's not a gamer, and he says that. That's what he says. He's not a gamer. He doesn't want to be considered a gamer. He's not a gamer. He plays those games. That's it. He has no interest in anything else. He doesn't care what it is. No interest. Like Battlefield, he won't play it. He only plays COD. COD is his shooter. The only thing he plays. Will not buy Battlefield. So like really weird. But he complains about SBMM as well. And if you're not aware of what that is, it's skill-based matchmaking. Period. SBMM. I don't see this in any other game. Okay, you're not going to see this in Elden Ring. You're not going to see this in um, any Souls game, or where you can invade and where there's PvP. You're not going to see this in Space Marine 2. I don't know if that has SBMM or not. I don't think it does. Pretty sure it does not. Maybe it does. But I've never seen anyone complain about it. Um, you're not going to see this in like basically any other gaming experience out there where you have PvP and it's people complaining. Usually the good players, like the really good players, complaining about SBMM because they want to be able to have an open lobby with noobs or with people that just come home at the end of the day, you know, dads such as myself, come home at the end of the day and just want to sit down, relax, goof around a little bit with their friends. They want to get in those lobbies and thrash people. A lot of these people are streamers that do this. They want to thrash people and they don't want to be sweaty. Here's the problem with that. You don't want to be sweaty in a game, in a casual game. Except for when you go in those casual games, you are the fucking sweat. That's who you are. You're the sweat. You're the asshole. Like, no one else in that lobby is that good. And you want to go in there and just demolish everyone because it makes you feel good. That's fine. That's great. That's great. Those people don't want to play like that. Okay? SBMM, in my opinion, okay? And this comes as someone who doesn't play these games on a normal basis, who just jumps in every now and again just to, you know, fuck around. SBMM, on a normal basis, I think, is a good leveling for the playing field. You know, good even playing field for everybody, because you're going to put people that are really strong against other people that are really strong. The only people that complain about fighting other people that are really strong when they're really strong are people that just want an easy challenge and don't want anything else. They just want to show clips of them destroying people. Well, good. Get better. Do it against better players. And the other argument back to that is going to be, we'll get better and then we won't destroy you. That's the point. Is you're playing this as a living or as your main game. All these other people are playing this as, we just want to jump in, have a little bit of fun. It's completely different. Like, we're not putting that much time into it. And what's going to happen is, if you have no SBMM, the players that are getting shit on and shit on and shit on aren't going to come back. And then you know what happens? Even though there's no SBMM, which is what I think is happening now, it's so great. What's going to happen is, the only players left are the sweats. The sweats and the cheaters. And that's another thing. If you have no SBMM, you're going to push more people to cheat. Because they're looking and they're like, I cannot get an advantage. I cannot learn, because as soon as I spawn, I'm spawn camped by this team that's pushing and we can't stop them. So I'm just dying and dying and dying and dying. And there's no practice there because there's no one of my level that I'm going against. Or even if there is people of your level that you're going against, one person in those small games that COD has, so like on Nuketown or something, can destroy the game for the entire of the other team. If you are playing people that don't play the game that much, and you have someone who has a 7 KD or whatever, even a 3 or 4 KD, and you're going against people that, you know, are struggling by themselves to have a 1 KD, amongst other people struggling to have a 1 KD, that's going to be a fun game between them. You insert yourself in there, you're going to demolish. And all those people are going to say, this is fucking bullshit. I'm sick of this. And one of two things are going to happen. They're going to leave or they're going to cheat. You're causing the problem. Stop being whiny bitches and just play against people with your skill level. I don't see anyone else in any other game complaining because they don't want to play against people of their skill level. We up the difficulty. Every other game ups the difficulty. so that you play harder difficulties when you're that good. I had to pause there. Sorry about that. So, like, no one in any other game is going to complain because they want to fight something easier when they put it on hard difficulty. You know how you do that? You turn the difficulty down. No one does that because we want the challenge. Why are you all trying to turn the difficulty down? And it's so like generally considered okay. If I went on stream, okay? If I went on stream, no one's going to show up for one. But for two, for two, if I go on stream and I'm playing, oh, I don't know. What's a good game that has difficulty settings from the get go? Excuse me. Sorry. Good difficulty settings from the get go. Shoot. Space Marine. If I go on stream and start playing Space Marine 2, okay? And I'm like, guys, today we are going to play Space Marine 2. I played Space Marine 2 when I was playing. I don't really play it anymore. I'll boot it up every now and again, play, an operation with the guys or something, but that's about it. Let's play Space Marine 2. And I was normally an absolute, a solo absolute player, because that was the hardest challenge you could get in the game. Hell, I downloaded the Cataclysm mod, which at the time was the hardest challenge you could get. There's no HUD, there's no reticle, aiming reticle, there's no health bar, there is no invincibility when you're doing executions, which there normally is. Anything can spawn, including the Hive Tyrant. You get many, many Terminus enemies in one match. I think there was a match I had like 6 or 7 of them that I had to beat. It is fucking hell. Okay? Well, let's say I start up a stream. Everyone knows that's how I normally play. And I just load up. What was the easiest one? Trivial. I think it was trivial? Or casual? Minimal? Minimal. I think it was minimal. I think trivial was Helldivers. So minimal difficulty. If I load up minimal difficulty and I just start bragging about how I'm destroying everything, I'm going to get shit for that. You know why? Because I lowered the fucking difficulty to make myself look good. Stop fucking trying to lower the difficulty. Just play the goddamn game. If that's the difficulty that you can handle, then you handle it. If you want to be casual, then play casually. But y'all don't go in there playing casually, do you? No, you farm it for clips to make yourself look better. That's what you do. Stop it. Stop lowering the difficulty to make yourself feel better. No one cares. We care when you make sick clips. When you're playing against a team that's the same type of player as you. Like the same skill level. If you want to lower the skill level, that's fine. But then don't be the sweat, which is the problem. That's what you guys do. That's what you do in these games. Every single time. It's a soapbox that I'm always on. If you're my friends, if you talk to me regularly, it's a soapbox I get on. And my buddy that I was talking about a minute ago, he complains about SBMM a lot. And he's like, I'm so sick of it. Every match I have to be sweaty. Well, yeah, because you're a fucking sweat. You have 3 to 4 KD. You're sweaty. Sweatier than the general majority of players. And I'm lucky if I hold around a 1 KD. But I'm also on maybe 50 hours of COD in the lifespan of a game, where he's on like 50 hours of COD within the first 3 days. Completely different. I will jump on and play like a 3-hour session with my buddies, and then be off for like 2 weeks and not touch it. So none of my guns are upgraded. But I'm also getting in his games, and it's fucking hell. Oh my god, it's hell. But anyways, another thing that he does is he what's it called? Reverse boosting, where he will tank his KD. Oh, I fucking hate that. Tanking your KD to try and get casual matches. There was one time he tried to die 100 times. That was his goal. Try and die 100 times and see how far it would drop his matchmaking. Annoying. Very fucking annoying. Because then he gets in other matches, and the best part is he'll do good one match. Like he'll demolish one match and get put right back up. Funniest thing in the world. Funniest thing in the world. Stop trying to cheat the system, man. Just play the game. If it's not that fun to you because you're going against people of your same skill, then play a different goddamn game. If you can't handle the challenge, then play a different goddamn game, or don't be a sweat.
The fact that the standard mode is its own kind of category you can go over to with RB entails that they will eventually add to that.
Oh, this was bullshit.
What's worse is it seems like they're retroactively fucking over Black Ops 6. Like, let me just cover this real quick. On the Black Ops 6 subreddit, they actually took away Nuketown and Stakeout 24/7 playlists in an attempt to get you to get on Black Ops 7. They want to corral you onto the newest game by taking away the only thing that kept people playing Black Ops 6.
That's really dumb.
I could just go on and on and on about why this game just bores me to tears, because I
think they take it away every now and again, don't they? It's not always up.
As we get into the gameplay here,
but Nuketown was always a go-to.
I just
always
feel nothing. So, my first match ever, I get on Raid, and forgive me for not sounding more excited here. Raid is one of the best Call of Duty maps of all time. It is also one of the most recycled Call of Duty maps of all time. I have played Raid for 13 motherfucking years. So again, I'm sorry if I'm just not bouncing off the walls with joy saying Call of Duty is back. I do not care. The first thing I noticed going into this match is how different this game feels from Battlefield. I feel faster while also feeling heavier. Aiming doesn't quite feel right at first, and you're going to see me just playing like a complete doofus, because this is so radically different even from the beta.
Funny.
I had to put my finger on it. I tried to go in blind and just figure out what was up, you know, as I start out here. And what is up is they have nerfed aim assist into the ground. It's not necessarily a bad change, but it's even less than what it is in Battlefield 6. Now, here's the thing about Battlefield 6. You're going to see people complaining on both sides. Some people are going to hate the controller players on Battlefield 6. Some people are going to hate the mouse and keyboard players on Battlefield 6. Say what you will about Battlefield 6, but that game, I think, has balanced as best one can controller and mouse and keyboard. And there's packet burst, of course, just to interrupt me as
complaining because there's less aim assist. When I did play Black Ops 6, I played mouse and keyboard. And my buddy played... and actually, it's the only game that I played mouse and keyboard on, because I wanted to learn how to play mouse and keyboard, because this is not my normal gaming setup that I've ever had in my life. Since starting this channel is the first time I've ever played on PC. But last year when Black Ops 6 came out, that's what I decided to do. I decided to play mouse and keyboard. And I actually performed better than I ever have in any COD. And it was a lot of fun for the little bit of time that I did play it. But, yeah, no, I don't see a problem. Don't see a problem. I guarantee you you're playing on a computer. So you don't need to use controller. You don't need aim assist. You can just use mouse and keyboard, and then you can literally point to exactly where you want to shoot. You don't need aim assist. Stop using aim assist. I don't think it should be in any game. I'm sorry, I don't. Aim assist should not be there. It shouldn't be.
As usual. But yeah, they balanced it, I think, the best you can in that game. I truly do think it's about as even as you're going to get it. Now, this feels harder to aim. It's less sticky than Battlefield 6 even. Like, I'm just gonna I'm not gonna be able to do much at first
Describing aim as sticky or not? Come on.
here. Even though I've played Raid a million times and there's no SBMM and whatnot, this just feels off. Everything just about it feels off. There's no rotational aim assist whatsoever. So it goes from like incredibly easy in last year's game with Black Ops 6 and other titles in the Call of Duty series to more difficult to aim than Battlefield 6. It's bizarre. It's really bizarre. I did get used to it eventually, but man, when you're coming from like Black Ops 6 to this, you're gonna feel like absolute dog shit, especially if you're not that good to start with. I'm not sure what they're trying to do. I truly think Call of Duty is so fucking confused on what to do. They are panicking, guys, with the announcement of GTA 6 launching right with Modern Warfare 4, with Battlefield 6, and not just Battlefield 6, but Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders is absolutely killing it on Steam. I think Arc Raiders is beating out Battlefield 6's player numbers consistently now. So,
Finally, COD's not going to be the top of the fucking food chain. So sick of hearing people say that. Well, if COD's not the best game, then why does it sell the most? COD has never been the best game. Never. Wow. Maybe back when it first started. Original COD wasn't bad. But it's not innovative in the slightest. Hasn't been for years. And it's like, yeah, the gunplay feels fine. It does gunplay better than a lot of other games. This is literally all you have. The freaking movement in COD is so annoying. So annoying. You get Jumpy Sally over here, fucking pogoing off fucking everything. And then when the wall running was in fucking 3, that was horrendous. God, I hated that. I just gotta get better, apparently.
Call of Duty is just, it's not the only cowboy in town now. You know what I mean? Like, it is having to compete for the first time in ages. And I'm telling you, they don't know what the fuck to do. They are throwing everything at the wall, trying to appease everyone at once, and it's just not gonna work. And speaking of not working, look at this death right here. What's weird about that death? Let's play it back. Full
No
volume.
footsteps.
Okay, listen to this.
Yep. You have this in... I've complained about this in a lot of different games.
So did you hear that? No, you.
Now the question is here. Let's back this up a hair.
Oh, did you hear that? No.
Now wait.
Let's play it back. Full volume. Okay, listen to this.
Okay, so you hear that? You hear that? When he loaded back in, the people around him, he could hear the footsteps. And I'm pretty sure the second person that jumped down, you could hear the footsteps. Just not on that guy. So again, with FPS games, this is one of my big gripes with it. There's times where you do not know, is it cheating? Or did you get unlucky? And I've heard this before, and I've said it before, for a long time now. When you see people, you see clips of people, and they're running, okay? And they're beelining without looking around. You can find these clips online. They're running without looking around, and then they pivot straight to a guy, right on him, dead. Pivot to another guy, dead. And then go running again without looking around. That's not real. That is 100% cheating. You know why? Because if they're not on the minimap, and you're not looking around while playing people in a PvP game, you're cheating. You do not know where they are. This is not a campaign mode where everything is scripted. It's people. And people do random shit. especially if you're playing against people that don't know the game that well, they're going to be fucking everywhere. Okay? They're going to be places that you don't think is a good spot to hide. They're going to be there. But you're not looking. I had the same thing with when I used to watch runs in Space Marine 2. There's this one guy. I'm not going to say who it was. But there's this one guy that would do runs. Like true solo runs in Space Marine 2 on absolute difficulty. And I commented on him one time and I said, hey, you looked for a relic one time. You went down with said relic. You never then looked at any other spot for a relic that could have spawned. You never then looked around for anything. You beelined past all these spots where you could have picked things up. But you beeline past them without looking, without turning your head, without turning the camera, anything, to look at these items, or look where these items would spawn, almost like you knew they weren't there. How does that happen? You died with a relic. A relic brings you back in Space Marine 2. So when you die, it brings you back. And then you can continue, because in True Solo, if you go down, you can be revived with other teammates there, but True Solo, there's no other teammates. It's you and that's it. And this is PvE, not PvP. So you go down, you can res yourself. One time per relic. Now, granted, it's not often that you get a second relic in Absolute. But it does happen. It happens enough that you check. You always fucking check. You do not run past relics spawns without checking. And it's not like they're super out of the way. It's on your way. But he would just run past without checking. Like he knew it wasn't there. He checked the first one. And it was there instantly. Never checked anything else. People like that are 100% cheating. 100%. That's... No. Like, that's even PvE, not even PvP. When you're going against people... No, if you're not looking around, if you're not playing the field, if you're not tactically looking and clearing stuff, you're cheating. Now, if you're not tactically clearing stuff and you're getting killed all the time, you're not cheating. You're just bad at the game. But if you're not clearing rooms and you're just running through rooms without clearing them, when there's, you're not getting shot at and stuff, you are cheating. That's not how... Like, you're not getting shot at, there's no one in the room ever, and you're taking the perfect angle on everybody, and you know exactly where people are, that's cheating. Eventually you might get a match that you get lucky, and it just all works out. This is not a constant. It's not. It never is.
So, did you hear that? No,
but anyways, yeah.
You didn't?
Footsteps.
Well, that makes fucking two of us, because
were they
as far
cheating,
as I
or
can
was
tell,
that just a glitch
there's
in the
just
game?
no footstep sounds at all. No
there
footstep
were.
audio.
There were.
Now, this is something I want to pick a bone with Battlefield 6 as well, because right after this gameplay, to wake myself up, I played some Battlefield 6. And Battlefield 6, I mean, they are known for their audio. I mean, it's fantastic audio, but there's still something just fucked up with it. Like, a tank somehow snuck up on me in Battlefield 6 earlier.
The
and
audio
then a guy
in Battlefield 6
full bore
is
sprinted
a
up
little
on
off.
me, and I didn't hear him until he was right up my asshole, and he executed me.
Yep.
I don't
Sometimes
know
you
what
can
it
hear it,
is
sometimes
with
you can't.
modern day FPS
I don't know what it
devs.
is.
Why can't they just get the audio right? Like why did we perfect audio back in like Black Ops 3, Black Ops 2, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2? You know what I mean? Like, why is audio such a point of contention, a point of
I think Black Ops-
glitchiness, a problem?
I think
nowadays?
Black Ops 3
this
did have
goes
really good
for
audio,
every
actually.
fucking game, man. I don't know what it is. Even the masters at Shooter Audio at DICE and Battlefield Studios, something's fucked up, and like, man, I'm just kind of tired of it. Now, I would rather footsteps be more quiet than too loud, but there needs to be a balance. Like, that dude was not only, running, but he was jumping off shit. I didn't hear anything. I just heard my gunfire and some ambience. Earlier on in the commentary, you'll see me, like, kind of slide around the corner, and there's two people, but I thought it was just one because I only saw one set of footprints with tracker. So two people, of course, kill me. And, like, that could be avoided if the audio wasn't dog shit. So that's just the kind of stuff that I don't know, man. I wish we could just dial that in. Like, we have the benchmark, we have the blueprint already. Back in the day with older titles,
I just want to call something out here real quick. Watching his gameplay, and you see this in Battlefield 2, which is much more of a team-based game than COD is. And I've complained about this for years. This is not how, like, this kind of thing is done in real life. Like, this is not how war is done. This is not how clearing a facility is done by the police or, military or anything. It would make so much more sense, but no one does it, to have your squad open comms and clear stuff properly. Yes, you might have one guy that gets screwed because three guys come around a corner, but you call out and then you annihilate that team. But everyone's too afraid to be the one guy that gets freaking killed during that, little exchange, that they won't just run a regular fucking wing formation and clear the map. Like, you need to clear a building. You have one fucking asshole who will peep his head in, doesn't see anything, ducks back out. Meanwhile, the people saw him come in and you right behind him. He ducks back out, you get fucking lit up and he's running away. Fucking hate it. That, and no one plays the goddamn objectives. No one plays the fucking objectives. Everyone wants to sit around the objective, just outside of it, so people can try and capture it, and you can fucking, shoot them. No one's actually in the objective. And then you go to capture the objective, and your buddy just stands outside of it, and, watches you get fucking annihilated, and then kills everyone after you get killed. But doesn't go and try and recapture the objective. He just, no, hey, go again, be the fodder. Oh, it's so annoying. So annoying. There's no teamwork, there's no strategy in any of these fucking games.
In both Battlefield and Call of Duty on what to do.
It's all for one,
I don't
and
know, man.
fuck
That's
you.
just a modern day old man yells
KD
at
needs to be
cloud
higher.
complaint, but like, it's a core gameplay mechanic, and I'm sick of it being fucked up. Much like I'm sick of seeing the packet burst symbol in this match.
What
Now,
is
this
packet
match
burst?
felt
I don't remember what
fine,
packet
but
burst
I don't know
is.
why packet burst is popping up during like kill cams and stuff. I just do not get it.
remember
Even though
what
there's no
packet burst is.
SBMM, you can see this guy's like drop shotting and playing like if he wins that 6 out of 10 girl will finally text him back, You can see that, but at the same time, yeah, this no SBMM playlist is good, but over time, guys, it's
How long can you
going
cook the
to
grenades?
get harder
Jesus.
and harder. And
they
that's
not
not
cook?
like a hot take. That's not some wild prediction. That is a fact. You have to think about the bell curve. You have to think about the bell curve of players. Now, here's the thing about this Call of Duty, guys. It's just not that popular. If we can take a break from this gameplay really quick, I got to show you the Steam Charts numbers. Now, Steam Charts is kind of down right now. I don't know what's going on with it, but it hasn't updated in 2 days. So I need to show you the Steam DB player count numbers because it is worrisome, to say the least. Check this out. Call of Duty, as of a few hours ago, this was about 1 p.m. EST, so maybe people haven't gotten off work yet, but this is launch day numbers here. 77,000 players. It's getting beat out by Banana and Bongo Cat.
But no, wait,
And
look at all-time peak.
Wallpaper
All-time peak was
Engine.
almost
And
500,000.
Stuff like that. I mean,
So all-time peak
it's
is
just not a good look. I'd
over
say,
here.
like, well, wait for people to get off work, but Battlefield 6 has no trouble pulling 200,000 players while people are supposedly at work. Arc Raiders has no trouble pulling 329,000 players while people
Where
are supposedly
Battlefield's
at work. Counter-Strike 2, over
750,000,
a million. So,
roughly.
77,000. I'm sure we'll get above 100K, especially over the weekend. But I just do not see this game
Gotta teabag 'em?
lasting
Okay.
long at all. And truth be told here,
It will.
It's honestly not a bad game. Like this game, Black Ops 7, it is decent. I don't dislike it, but at the same time, I don't really like it. I'm not invested at all.
So there's people complaining about SBMM, and it's not what they said. Like Treyarch said that it was going to have less SBMM in this game and whatnot. And people complain because, they lied to us, blah, blah, blah. Look how low the numbers are. 77,000 on at this time. And a lot of people are reporting that, like, the numbers are low. Now, again, this is just Steam charts, but it is the snippet that we know. It's we can't see consoles currently. Until they report it, we can't see it. But I will say, with the drastic drop-off of players, who do you think's playing? You think the casuals, the noobs, you think they're playing? No. The people that bought this game with the numbers so low are the people that always buy this goddamn game, the sweats. The people that want to cheat at the game. And the people that are really good but want to play against noobs. Y'all just gonna fucking hate each other because you don't have the new noobs playing because they're playing Battlefield. Now, don't get me wrong, a lot of COD players or COD-like players are over there because you have a lot of people not playing objectives, not rezzing when you're a medic or a support class. I had a guy, I'm playing support class, okay? I went in and I rezzed 3 fucking guys and then got. None of those 3 were medics, okay? One guy came back through, cleared the room, okay? But ran off because he's not a medic. Another medic came into the room, sat in the corner, and just looked at me. He like pointed his gun at me and just sat there until I bled out. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So many people just don't give a shit. No fucking team skills. None. But yeah, I think that's the people that you're going to play with on Black Ops right now, on COD. I think you're just going to play with sweaty people. And then it doesn't matter if there's SBMM, because that's the only people that are playing. I really, truly think that.
Like, I feel absolutely nothing playing this match. It's wild to me. I'm playing Raid, one of my favorite maps of all time here, you know? And this game, it kind of feels like Black Ops 3 a little bit. Feels pretty good once I got used to it, once I got used to the no aim assist or whatever. That's also a pretty good thing. Like, it means that noobs just can't get easy kills. But why did Call of Duty...
I forgot he said that. It just means that noobs have a harder time. Noobs can't get easy kills. You were just complaining about no aim assist. But now you're saying it's a good thing because now the new players that don't know how to play are going to be more fucked. Damn, man. And this is the kind of mentality that you get with a lot of really good FPS players. I'll compare it to another game that I play. I play some golf, okay? When I was learning how to play golf, I'm still not great at it, but I like to go hit the ball around. The thing with golf is you need to be fast. If you're taking forever on the course, people get really mad, and they're like, well, you're slowing us down. Okay, but I'm learning how to play. Like, I don't know like everything you guys know. So I might think about which club I need to use a little bit longer, 30 seconds longer than you. I might take a practice swing before, I go to swing. That kind of thing. New player, gonna take longer, gonna have disadvantages. But you want them to move fast because it's about you. You want them to have no aim assist because it's about you. You don't want them to get better because it's so much fun to shit on them because it's about you. You know what happens with that? People leave the fucking game. And then you have no noobs to shit on. And then you complain because you have no noobs to shit on and you do worse in the game. And you're like, skill-based matchmaking screws me. People.
Appeal to noobs and bad players and shipbirds for like 6 years and then suddenly decide to change it up with this game expecting that to work while
You can't
also
have it
trying
both
to appease
ways.
little Timmy and Billy Goat 57 with the standard quote-unquote high skill-based matchmaking playlists. Nothing makes any sense whatsoever. They have no concrete direction on which way to go. Like, for the first time in ages, it feels like they are just absolutely lost. It's wild to see, and it's only gonna get worse. I mean, we have Arc Raiders in Battlefield 6 right now taking a piece of their pie, 2 pieces of their pie.
What was that score there?
In Battlefield 6 right.
I did pretty good, 3.1. Damn. Damn. Oh, this guy got shit on. Oof. This guy got shit on too. Yeah, that's not bad. I think if you're like just above a 1, I think you're fine in a game. I mean, you're at 1, you're null and void, right? You're not dying more than you're killing. So in theory, you are not hurting your team. You're not helping them, but you're not hurting them. So yeah, he's pretty good. 31-10. Not bad.
Right now, taking a piece of their pie, 2 pieces of their pie, honestly, but just wait until GTA 6 comes out next year. What in the actual fuck are they going to do? They burned the candle at both ends. It just feels like the trust of the community is lost. I'm gonna block this guy, by the way, because his final kill cam was so fucking bad. Whatever that Tourette's aim shit people do can fuck off. It makes me nauseous. But anyway, remember that bell.
Is that because it zeroes your aim again? I know that in Battlefield 6, if you hip fire like a sniper, obviously it's not accurate at all. But if you get someone in your sights, like with the little reticle that's on the screen, and then quick scope, it automatically centers and will stay there for a split second to fire. Is that what they're doing? Recentering their aim? I don't know. I don't know all the tech, but I know that works.
Bell curve I talked about?
Battlefield.
Check this out. This bell curve represents pretty much the Call of Duty player base as far as skill is concerned. Over time, you are going to see one end on the left there, the top percentile of players, only be playing the SBMM off playlist. And then everybody on the super low end will only be playing the super protected high SBMM playlist. Everyone in the middle will probably be switching around.
Yeah, back and forth.
But to be completely honest, as the player base drops, and I know this from experience, just I know Call of Duty, as the player base drops, the middle portion of the player base kind of just goes away entirely. Yeah. I'm not even kidding with that. Think about Black Ops 6. Think about every time Nero showed you guys the new season or whatever and showed himself facing off against iridescent players in the lobby. That middle of the road area, that average player experience is going to disappear entirely.
Well, yeah, obviously.
And both
those aren't the players that are
going to feel almost identical. If you go into the high SBMM playlist, you will not get a match. You will not be able to find a match against, average players. It will just be sweat lords.
Yeah.
If you go into the SBMM off playlist, you will only be facing sweat lords if you're good. And the same goes for if you're bad. Like, if you're bad and you're going to stay in that protected bracket, why? Like, you know what I mean? The bad players aren't fucking stupid. They're just not. Not so stupid that they're not going to pick the easier solution. And as that middle bell curve just completely goes away, the game is going to be a disaster. That's why you cannot have 2 playlists like that. It doesn't work. You need to stick to just SBMM off or reduced SBMM or whatever you're fucking calling it in this game. That's it. You cannot split it into 2 different playlists because that middle average player will eventually quit Call of Duty. They always do.
I see his point here, but if you have no SBMM, like I said earlier, the people that are not as good at the game are going to quit. real fucking early, or they're going to cheat. You're thinking, so Blame Truth here is thinking of things from his perspective and what he wants and what he sees in his matches. He's not thinking of the other side. Little Timmy or whatever that wants to play, but gets fucking pissed every time he goes in and he can't do anything. Like, he's going in to play and having a good time. He can't upgrade guns. He can't do anything because he can't get kills. And no one wants to play the fucking objective in COD. So you can't upgrade that way either because you try and go to an objective and you get massacred. There's so many times where I've played COD games, like matches, and I've had people where we lose the match. But I have people that went a 5 or 6 or 7 KD ratio. 50 kills, 1 death. Fucking 70 kills, 3 deaths. But we lost. That's what kills FPS games. That's why everyone fucking leaves. Because no one wants to play the fucking objective. Everyone's too worried about fucking KD ratio. Who gives a shit? Sweats give a shit. YouTubers give a shit. People that want to up their views give a shit.
The only people left surviving will be the people that are too scared to make eye contact with women, and fucking Billy Goat 57 and his friends who have the motor skills of a sloth in hot tar. I'm out of time though, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video. My final thoughts on Black Ops 7 here. Truth be told,
funny.
after this gameplay ended, I hopped on Battlefield 6,
Yep,
and I
what he's playing
played
now.
some matches on that just to wake myself up. I'm not making this up to be funny. I'm not doing a bit. Like, this game, Black Ops 7, I mean, fucking bores me to tears. I just cannot get invested in it because I feel like if I waste any time whatsoever on it, I have PTSD here. If I waste any time whatsoever on it, they are going to burn me with some fucked up matchmaking experiment where they manipulate me. Like, I'm just over it, dude. I'm fucking over it, and I think I speak for a very large portion of the community who has not bought this game, who will not buy this game in the future, who is just done playing this game and are playing better options like Battlefield 6, Arc Raiders, GTA 6, that's not even out yet, but we'll say GTA 5, etc.
No, thank you.
Like, I don't know what they can do to win back the trust of the community, but trying to do everything at once, trying to appease little Timmy, Billy Go 57, and the sweaty losers isn't going to fix it. Pick one or the other, jackasses. Because if all the good players play Black Ops 7 and all the bad players either quit or just stick to the high SBMM protected bracket matchmaking, the game is going to feel identical to Black Ops 6 in like a month or two.
So he says, kind of funny, what he says is people in the middle are going to, leave the game and they aren't going to be there. And then all you're going to have left is people that have no motor skills and can't play the game. And then people that, can't talk to a woman and are just sweaty as hell. Sir, not trying to be an asshole here, but you talk a lot like a sweat. You play a lot like a sweat, and yeah, you are coming at this from the side of someone much sweatier, and you like talk like you've stayed around not Battlefield, but COD a very long time. After a lot of people have left to be able to see this, are you the sweat? Because you kind of just dissed yourself for staying with the game. That's interesting. No shade to Blame Truth. I've seen a couple of his videos. I really do like the way he talks about things, and how he sheds light on stuff. He does end the video here, and it's it's a good watch. You guys should go give it a like if you saw this and you haven't seen his video. Give it a like. You know, he has a 10% off order for soap. You know, give that a shot if you're looking for some. Seems like a cool guy. I hope he doesn't watch this and take this any type of way. This was more so a way for me to talk about some of the issues that I see in FPS games as someone that doesn't really consider it any type of main game that he plays. Again, I do play every now and again. There is, I think, 1 or 2 clips up of Battlefield 6 on the channel. The shorts, and it was, it is what it is. But the last point I want to make here is again, cheating in these games is rampant. We'll never be able to fully stop it, but there needs to be something done, because the worse it gets, the more people are going to cheat. That's just how it is. If you go in a lobby with all cheaters, or you have every lobby you go in and there's a cheater, even one cheater can ruin it for everybody. It is going to push other people to cheat. It just is. Because they're going to look at it and say, you know what, fuck them. If I can't beat them, I'm going to join them. And I want to have fun too, so fuck it. Then you have a whole bunch of cheaters and no actual game to play because everyone's cheating and no one's actually any fucking good. And the people that are good are going to be like, fuck, what happened? And they're going to think SBMM is the cause. And yeah, it's probably not. I did see a guy the other day who apparently in Battlefield 6 you can take a helicopter, take it out of bounds because the aircrafts have a bigger area map than what infantry does. Take it out of bounds, land it, and so long as you're in the helicopter, it does not do the countdown for out of bounds, but you get out of the helicopter, the countdown starts. But a guy was doing that and sniping people in the map. You couldn't shoot him, you couldn't get to him. I mean, I guess if you had a sniper and knew exactly where he was, you could. But he's got a fucking helicopter right there. He could just go off where the fuck he wants. Oh, that was so stupid. That's not really a cheat. That's just, you could call it smart. You could call it taking advantage of a system. I think it's just scummy. But, it is what it is. But, yeah, thanks, guys. Again, I have this video linked in the description here. Take a look. See what you think. Like it. I am, because I did this video, I felt I should like, obviously, and I subscribed as well. So please, support Blame Truth here. Again, my channel views are very low, so all one or 10 of you or whatever it's going to be, not really going to make a dent that he's going to see, but yeah, it does need said. You should always support other channels when you can. So thank you, Blame Truth. Again, not really a video specifically on you, but just kind of a way for me to talk about FPS games and the state of them, and why there is issue in the community of gamers with FPS a lot of times. All right, see you guys. Bye.